When a Jamaican reggae singer stepped onto the Voice stage in 2013 and made all 4 coaches turn their chairs, nobody predicted she'd shatter voting records and become the first foreign-born winner in the show's history. But here's what they didn't tell you: the divorce that almost destroyed her career, and the secret struggle that made her question whether she should even be making music at all. Born Tessanne Amanda Chin on September 20, 1985 in Kingston, Jamaica, this girl didn't just stumble into music, it was embedded in her DNA. Her father, Richard Chin, pounded the drums for a band called the Carnations. Her mother, Christine Chin, belted out vocals while blowing the trumpet in that same band. The Chin family home, it had its own recording studio.
But Tessie and I are the babies of 5, and we have an older sister and 2 older brothers, which a lot of people don't realize as well. And you know, we grew up in a very musical family, but also a very religious, spiritual family.
Tessanne wasn't alone in this musical dynasty. She's the younger sister of Tammy Chin, a singer who would later become a force in Jamaican music. Growing up with 4 siblings total, Tessanne and Tammy were the babies of the family, and their childhood was steeped in rhythm, melody, and performance.
The evening to sundown to Saturday, we weren't allowed to participate in any kind of, like, little people weren't allowed to do that show, the Friday show.
Or the Saturday matinee.
We weren't allowed to watch TV. So I think our saving grace was like the radio.
But there's a twist. As Seventh-day Adventists, the Chin family observed the Sabbath strictly. From Friday evening till Saturday sundown, everything stopped. No TV, no performances, no little people shows on Friday or Saturday nights. Just radio, imagination, and each other. At 6 years old, Tessanne joined Kathy Levy's Little People and Teen Players Club, one of Jamaica's top performing arts schools. Her mother and vocal coach, Leslie Wright, molded her voice. But Tessanne's childhood took a dramatic turn when she was just 12 years old.
Grandmother was British. My mother had ties to England. And, you know, it came at a point in her lives where...
Her family's over there.
Yeah, her family was there, and she, you know, was like, you know, let us try something else.
The Chin family moved to England. Christine Chin's mother was British, giving the family ties across the Atlantic. But for young Tessanne, landing in a predominantly white area felt like culture shock. She had to fill out school forms asking if she was Asian, black, or white. She checked other.
I remember having to fill out school forms where they asked you what you were. Like, are you Asian? Are you black? Are you white? And I remember thinking, I don't know.
The experience didn't break her. It forged her identity. Tessanne clung to her Jamaican roots harder than ever, and she coped with the upheaval by writing songs. England opened her ears to different sounds, but Jamaica remained her heartbeat. When Tessanne returned to Jamaica, she joined the reggae rock band Mile High, performing at Jazz Fest, Rock Fest, and RETV. She toured as a backup singer for reggae legend Jimmy Cliff for 3 years, opening for icons like Patti LaBelle, Peabo Bryson, and Gladys Knight. In 2006, Tessanne dropped her debut single, Hideaway. The track exploded. Caribbean radio couldn't stop spinning it. New York stations picked it up. VP Records featured it on Reggae Gold's 2007. The song sold over 15,000 downloads, and suddenly, Tessanne Chin wasn't just a backup singer anymore. She followed up with Black Books in 2007, Messenger and Broken Melody in 2008.
I am not the writer, I am just a messenger, the end is not, don't close your eyes.
On December 6, 2010, Tessanne released her independent debut album, In Between Words, produced by Rudy Valentino and Paul Groove Galore Castic.
You cut down your sister with your piercing melody.
But here's where the first secret comes in. Despite all of this success, Tessanne was struggling. She'd married broadcaster Michael Anthony Cuff Jr. in 2011.
The one way I'd say it really affected us is just that time is so precious now because she's away recording and doing shows and stuff. So she's not at home as much. So it's a little bit harder for me. But apart from that, and I guess any other kind of challenges, no man, it's brought us closer together. I get to do great things like this. Be here while she's on tour.
But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. The pressure of the music industry, the expectations, the constant hustle, it was taking a toll. Then in September 2013, reggae superstar Shaggy approached Tessanne with an opportunity that would change everything. Audition for season 5 of The Voice. On September 24th, 2013, during the blind auditions, Tessanne performed Pink's Try. Within seconds, Adam Levine hit his button, then CeeLo Green, then Christina Aguilera, then Blake Shelton. All 4 coaches wanted her.
It's just surreal to have been a part of something like that, and I give God thanks every day that I had the opportunity to experience that. But people come up to me all the time and they tell me what it means to them, or that they just don't watch The Voice video again, and I'm just like, wow. I had no idea that it would have been like that, and I'm grateful.
Tessanne chose Adam Levine. It was the decision that would make history. Week after week, Tessanne delivered performances that left audiences speechless. She sang Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing, and it hit #1 on iTunes. She covered Simon & Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water, and it also topped the iTunes chart, making her the first contestant that season to achieve the #1 position twice during voting windows. On December 10th, 2013, during the finale results show, host Carson Daly made the announcement that would send shockwaves through Jamaica and the diaspora. The winner of The Voice is Tessanne Chin. Jamaica is celebrating with the United States tonight. Tessanne had received the highest number of votes in Voice history up to that point. She beat 16-year-old runner-up Jackie Lee and third-place finalist Will Champlin. Tessanne became the 3rd female winner in a row, Adam Levine's 2nd winner, and most importantly, the first and only foreign-born contestant to ever win The Voice USA.
Favorite moments on The Voice? It was coming up to season finale. I'm tired. Wayne was tired. Right? Because you have a whole heap of work for do. And I come into the room and I said, Jesus Christ, me leave on the candle. Right? Because I see a candle I burn. And then I bust the can and I say, Tammy.
Oh, yes.
And I just dissolved into tears.
Immediately after her victory, Tessanne debuted Tumbling Down. Written specifically for the winner by One Republic's Ryan Tedder. The song became her first U.S. single. But winning The Voice is one thing. What happens after is another. On January 1, 2014, Tessanne performed at the Rose Parade atop the first ever Voice float. On January 12, 2014, she headlined Tessanne's Homecoming in downtown Kingston, a free concert where she was presented with a gold medal of the city of Kingston. Shaggy, Wayne Marshall, and assassin Agent Sasko performed alongside her. Caribbean Journal named her 2013 Artist of the Year. She headlined The Voice Summer Tour 2014 from June to August. She performed at the 2014 St. Lucie Jazz Festival alongside Maxwell, Barrington Levy, and Commodores. She sang at Reggae Sumfest with Sean Paul, Chronix, and Beanie Man. On July 1, 2014, Tessanne released her major label debut album, Count on My Love, under Republic Records. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard Reggae Albums chart. On April 26, 2015, Tessanne performed at the 42nd Daytime Emmy Awards, singing What I Did for Love.
Wish me luck the same too.
On May 24, 2015, she performed at the National Memorial Day concert in Washington, D.C., covering Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You alongside Gloria Estefan. But behind the glamour, Tessanne's personal life was crumbling. In 2015, after 4 years of marriage, Tessanne and Michael Cuff divorced. The split was quiet, but the pain was real. Tessanne had dedicated her voice performance of My Kind of Love to Michael during the competition. Now, that love was gone. Tessanne retreated from the spotlight. Critics whispered that she couldn't maintain momentum post-Voice. Fans wondered if she'd become another reality show casualty. But in 2019, something shifted. Tessanne found love again with Brandon Crooks. In June 2019, they married quietly. In September 2019, Tessanne announced she was pregnant with their first child. On February 1st, 2020, Tessanne and Brandon welcomed daughter Zaya Christine Crooks, weighing 7 pounds, 15 ounces, at Andrews Memorial Hospital in Kingston.
Zaya, I see myself in Zaya a lot, but I also see Zaya. Gonna have a hard time holding that one back till she's 6. Yeah, I mean, even at the Christmas show, like, she was like, give me the mic.
Then, on February 2nd, 2023, just one day after Zaya's 3rd birthday, Tessanne and Brandon welcomed their second daughter, Isla Denise Crooks, weighing 8 pounds, 6 ounces. Motherhood changed Tessanne. In a 2022 interview at the Jamaica Rum Festival, her father, Richard Chin, watched from backstage, tears in his eyes, saying, "Watching my daughter on stage once again, it's like she's being born again." Brandon Crooks, now serving as Tessanne's videographer, couldn't take his eyes off his wife. "My heart melts," he whispered.
Voice Box is, I just like to call it a safe space for kids age 6 to 18 to come to hone their performing arts abilities. We started mainly with voice because that's what I know, but we have grown, and it is something very dear to me because I benefited from Kathy Levy, Little People and Teen Players Club.
Right.
As of October 2024, Tessanne announced she was working on her 3rd studio album with Natural High Music.
When I wake up, I'm still in a dream.
"I want to get back in that mode. I want to get creative again, and that's a blessing for me," she told the Jamaica Observer. "If I'm being honest, I haven't felt that way in a long time, so I'm just having fun." Tessanne Chen released a Christmas single titled Christmas is Better With You on December 3rd, 2024. She also staged her 2nd annual Christmas production, Our Christmas Wish, on December 15th, 2024 at Jamaica College, which featured other performers. Tessanne also performed alongside Boyz II Men and Lila Ike at the Live and Direct series. It was an awesome performance. Today, Tessanne Chen's net worth stands at approximately $1 million earned through album sales, performances, tours, and television appearances. She lives in Jamaica with Brandon and their 2 daughters, balancing motherhood with her music career, a juggling act her own mother modeled for her.
I think the thing with mommy is when mom had Tammy and I, she was a completely different mom. She was very relaxed.
And that second secret we promised, Tessanne almost walked away from music entirely after her divorce. The woman who made history on The Voice nearly gave up on the dream that defined her life. But her sister Tammy, her father Richard, her mother Christine, they all reminded her of something crucial. Tessanne Chen isn't just the first foreign-born winner of The Voice. She's a woman who survived personal turmoil, rebuilt her life, found love again, became a mother twice over, and is now creating music on her own terms, not for a record label's timeline, not for critics' expectations, but because she finally remembers why she fell in love with singing when she was just 6 years old. Her journey from that Little People stage in Kingston to the Voice crown to motherhood isn't just a success story. It's a testament to resilience, family, and the power of love.